soul with it. Yeah.
The WNBA. The WNBA should be at another stratosphere right now, too, because I think the only thing that's holding the WNBA back is marketing. They need somebody in there like me. I had to plug myself in there.
Yeah, but see, it's not just that. You have to, yeah, maybe marketing, but you also have to, because once you get past the college level, there's just nobody that's interested in watching women play.
Marketing. And I'm gonna tell you why.
You can market it all you want, but if the game is okay.
Then what do you think made people watch Dr. J and Jordan?
I get that.
They had that glow. You gotta have that
they
star.
also had the skill level.
But you gotta realize it. You gotta realize this. A lot of them don't have skill levels like,
and that's why nobody want to watch it.
No, what I'm saying is this: Jordan didn't really have no skill level like that. All he could do was dunk and really shoot, and he could shoot.
The NBA already had people that were playing at the skill level. See, the WNBA they don't have enough.
They have to develop a superstar. That's what they have to do. And what they do is
who?
But I know who, but I can't figure out who. But
exactly, because you have to have somebody.
There's somebody out there, but you have to have the mindset of a sports agent like David Falk. See, David Falk just imagine if David Falk never had the marketing, the thought process, there would be no Jordan.
Okay, but even
he did things for Jordan that nobody wanted to do. Okay, so you have to have the mindset.
But that was Jordan outside of the NBA.
Right. It starts outside. You got to be able to have outside and inside. And that's my point.
But see, you also have to have the skill level. And I'm not saying
No. Are you saying? No. Let me catch you on that one. Are you saying that women don't have the skills?
I was just ready to say something
that men don't have.
I was just ready to say what I'm saying. Me personally, I enjoy watching the women play. I used to coach, as a matter of fact. So the women's game for me personally, I think it's great. But I'm in the minority.
But no, that's what I'm saying. The reason you're in the minority is because it's not marketed. It's not pushed out the way the NBA is.
And it won't be.
It can be.
I didn't say that it can't be.
It can
It won't be.
It may be.
And you know why they won't do it?
They will do it.
You want to know why they won't do it? You want to know why they won't do it? Because it's women.
No.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you.
Eventually, women are going to start to become more powerful.
They already are.
No, I'm saying more powerful. Not
okay, they are, but there's right now.
I know what you're saying, and right now, but when I'm talking about, I'm thinking about.
You know where you start?
You could create.
You know where you start?
Where?
The younger generation. Because see, when you're dealing with older people, they're already set in their ways, so they already figure that. I ain't going to see no women. They can't make layups and da. They don't dunk and this and that and the other. That's fine. Mm-hmm. So you start with the younger generation, and you let them become more. Once they become more involved, it's the same thing with the voting thing, because now you have when they had that shooting down there in Florida, and now you have these young people who probably, had that not happened, would probably not be as in tune or as woke as they are, because something happened and it flipped a switch, and they're like, okay, wait a minute. These old people are determining our future. So once you can get them to follow the WNBA like that, then it will become more popular. Because, like I said, for me, I enjoy it. But you know
why the NBA is really popular? Because marketing.
Yeah, And they
So-
market it all over the world.
Right. So,
I mean,
but it had to
everywhere.
start with a special person.
Yeah.
So, but you got to get that person to believe. So, what you have to do is you'll have to grab a female that's coming out of like college and have somebody with the mindset of a David Falk be like, "Hey, look, I can turn you. We're gonna make you the next Jordan." She might not believe it, but
Nobody else will either until.
And then you tell her like, "Look, we're gonna get you. We're gonna be the first to get you a shoe deal with this person. We're gonna have you gonna.
That's what it's going to take.
Yeah, you're gonna have the best shoe. You're gonna have the best shoe in women's basketball. It's never been done before. We're gonna have you the best shoe. We're gonna get you. We're gonna put you in different commercials. We're gonna do it because no female has done this before. So you got to do something different. Same thing with Serena Williams and all these other
And
people.
you gotta understand that, and she has to understand that when they put her out there, that there will be haters. It's inevitable.
Well,
Because the first thing they're gonna say, I can guarantee you, the first thing they'll say that a woman can't do it. Don't say that.
We ain't worried about the haters.
That's what I'm saying. But you need to understand that that's going to be there. So when it happens, you're not surprised, and it doesn't make you feel like you're less than. Because if you have somebody who's not thick-skinned,
That's true too.
they have to. You have to have somebody that has thick skin who understands that I'm a pioneer. I'm paving the way for something.
Yeah, because it's like Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was the first female in UFC to do what she did.
Until she got beat.
Well, until she got beat, she let the lights get. She got too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like, okay, I've arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Now, baby girl, even when you get there, if your goal is just to get there, then that's what's going to happen.
And you got to be able to tell the person that you got to put in the work.
Yeah,
like you gotta be obsessive.
But you can't teach them.
You gotta be But I'm saying
you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, you'll know when you see it. So that's my whole point of the person going to find that, like the person that's marketing or whatever, they already know going into it. So
they know what they're looking for.
So they're gonna be like, all right, look, I'm gonna take care of the marketing side, and that's what David Falk did. You focus on basketball, and I want you to be the greatest basketball player that has ever, the greatest female player has ever lived. I'm gonna get you at the marketing point. So what happened is she'll be marketed so much that it'll take a couple of people. She could be like, I'm talking about.
And you know what?
She have the ball handles, the great ball handles. She has the shooting ability. She has everything.
Also, don't tell her that you want her to be the best female. You just tell her I want you to be the best. No.
You challenge.
I don't mean.
No, you challenge her.
No. I want you to be
somebody. You bring.
Yeah, but I want you to be the best basketball player, even if you don't say it publicly. When you sit down and you talk to them, because if you tell them you want them to be the best basketball player, that means that they've already transcended being the best woman. Now they shooting to be the best basketball player. Now whether they get there or not,
you got to be the greatest.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to be the greatest. You got to think and you have in your mind that you're just going to be the greatest ever.
Yeah.
So and
don't put no limitation on being the greatest woman. You're just going to be the greatest. Now, because once you transcend and you get to that point where you're shooting to be the greatest, that means you have no limitation.
Right.
Because if you're just trying to get there, like Ronda Rousey, her thing was probably just to get there. Your plan has to be to get there and to stay there. Even as you start to decline. And that's what happens with a lot of the ego thing. Their body's saying, hey, hello, I can't do this. But that mind and that ego is pushing it. And that's why sometimes these guys leave too late. They leave too late. Floyd is a perfect example of leaving when you should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's the smartest athlete.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna sit around and wait till he got punch drunk.
He's smart, and even if he like the guy like Earl Spence said, Well, even if Floyd goes into UFC, it's going to be on his terms.
Yeah.
He gonna have it in his favor to where he could come out the winner.
Yeah.
So he's
Or even if even if he can't come out the winner, it's gonna be
no, he gonna come out
the
the winner.
best. No, what he's gonna give himself is the greatest opportunity to win. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
And it's gonna happen. It's no doubt. So the thing is with who was what I talking about? Oh, back to the female into the being the greatest basketball player. So she had you be like, look, I'm gonna just make you a superstar, and you just focus on that. I'm gonna get the commercials. I'm gonna get you everything you need. The shoe deal. We're gonna get you on a video game. We're gonna create. We're gonna wait after a year. Then we're gonna get you on video games.
That's not a bad idea either. Do they got that?
No. And that's what I'm saying. That's why the NBA has become so popular. If you look at Madden now, like Madden, whether people want to admit it or not, Madden has declined because they're creating the same project every single year. Madden has been the same since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So they're feeding you the same product to whereas NBA 2K, they're so realistic and these kids are able to use their imagination. When I was young,
and then they add more stuff to the game where you can like
they evolve.
Yeah, like you can go back and use the old players and stuff like that.
The game.
The only thing with Madden is that you can change the uniform.
Madden, like the graphics, everything, the way the running style, it's still the same, and they're not evolving. And then see what happened was,
that's why you can still play it.
Right.
I could pick up the controller and play Madden now.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't played Madden since I had my heart attack.
And what happened was NBA, 2K Sports, they was transitioning into making football games, but the NBA stepped in and saying that because they was charging a cheaper price, like they was charging like I think like 20 something, 19. I think it was 19.99.
So that was the EA Sports that did that?
Nah, it was 2K Sports. Madden already had the NFL. They already had Madden, the NFL game. 2K Sports came in and they had an NFL game and they was charging $19.99. But the game was so ahead of its time during that time. Like the stuff that is doing that you see now, where you see and you look on Madden now, they weren't doing it at the time. Like we talking about where they interviewed. Don't you know how Chris Berman and all that shit? They was doing that then. So that if Madden looked at that, it was like, oh nah, that's competition right there, and that's better than us. And they charging a cheaper price. They end up,
that's what I'm saying. There was EA Sports that cut out.
Yeah, they cut them out. Yeah. So they went in and they got the NFL. Hey guys. Well, we recording. I said, oh, sorry. So they took the NFL. Somebody coming in? No. He ain't left the door. I'm gonna go back out. Oh. So the NFL took the license. Madden took the NFL license. So they made it where 2K Sports can make another football game.
Right, I remember that.
So now, all these years, they don't have no competition. So they're creating the same project every single year.
But they can do that because they don't have competition.
Right. So 2K Sports, it's still NBA Live, it's still this out there, but their imagination and they understanding that you have to evolve. And now...
And see, to me, if you have competition creates creativity.
Yeah.
It causes you to want to step your game up. But because Madden, EA Sports has no competition as far as the NFL, now they can pretty much hold people hostage. Mm-hmm. If this is the only game, unless you go back and play one of the other games back in you're not going to be able to do anything different.
Yeah, I never bought another Madden since 2011, 2012. I think that was the last Madden I think I got, and I will never get Madden ever again. Like until they get another NFL game.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, they're not gonna give up that license.
Heck no.
but they're gonna be they're going to self destruct, and that's why I said the NBA.
They come up with something different.
Yeah, but they're not because they complacent. And what happens is you got the NFL. I mean the NBA. What they doing is they evolving. They find it. The problem that I see that's going to happen with the NBA, they're going to popularize it too much, and that's going to become a problem. Because what's going to happen is they're going to popularize it so much that you're going to have players coming in there, and they're going to have that mindset of I got the money, the fame, all this, and they're not going to want to put in that work. You have to have a balance, and
But you're gonna always have a balance because you're gonna always have those top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that top 3, 4, 5 players that they can push. And see, everybody seems to be of the the LeBronites seem to be of the impression that once LeBron is gone, the NBA is going to die.
mhm.
Nah,
Kevin Durant and it's too many stars now.
Yeah.
And the NBA has to realize
you got what's his face, the beard.
James Harden,
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant.
I want to see them separate after this year. I just want them to beat LeBron one more time. Like I want them to win another final.
Well,
I predicted they win
well,
two.
well, the chance of them beating LeBron again is probably slim and none. Why? Because LeBron probably won't make it back to the finals.
But I'm just saying, even if they don't, if they beat them or if they
He
don't,
has to get in the regular season.
long as they win the finals, I'm good with that. But after they win, if they win another finals this year, which I think they will, because I picked Boston.
I'm not ready for the breakup.
I am. I'm ready for them to break up because it create it create better competition. I was happy that they got together because they stood in the way of LeBron, and that's what this is the feed.
Nah, they need to stay there until he leaves.
Yeah, you might get a point. You might
Because
got a
the
point.
minute they break up, then they're gonna push that narrative for LeBron. So
yeah.
now they need to just do what they're doing. And Kevin Durant had already said that he's gonna opt out so that he can redo his deal, so he can stay there.
I hope he goes. I think he will come to the Wizards.
So well, that'll be the end of his career.
If he comes, he pretty much head towards the end of his career now.
No,
Yeah, he's 30.
he got at least 6 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The rest of your 6 years, you done already got your 2 championships. You might as well, I'm telling you. Oh, let
He
me
ain't done yet.
let's start.
He may